Hi everyone, I'm Terence Leung from Cyberport. I'm so glad to be here to share with you a bit about esports. Actually, for today, I would like to talk about what esports is and what has been developed in Hong Kong, and also some business potentials to be shared with you. All right. First of all, I would like to briefly introduce Cyberport to you. Cyberport is a Hong Kong government wholly owned company focusing on promoting digital technology. We have been nurturing a lot of digital technology startups. So we are home to the digital entrepreneurs. And we also promote the adoption applications of innovation technology. There's some history about Hong Kong's e-sport development. This is talking about the Hong Kong government's policy. Back in 2017, at that time, the financial secretary, Mr. Paul Chan, announced that Hong Kong has to think about how to promote e-sport development because he saw that there are great economic potentials in different regions, countries. Just like in mainland China, in Korea, they had been done a great job for many years. So back in 2017, the Hong Kong government appointed Cyberport to conduct a report to study how to promote esports, how to support the industry development. And then in 2018, the Hong Kong government allocated 100 million Hong Kong dollar to Cyberport to support the industry development. And in 2019, Cyberport launched the dedicated esports venue. We call it Cyber Arena in Cyberport. It serves as a infrastructure, a permanent venue for the esports industry to organize their events. I think the speakers before I'm here, they have talked about esports. If you don't know what esports is, I can give you a definition of esports here. You can see a lot of words, so many texts here. I try to make it easier for you to understand. Just look at this diagram. You can see that actually teams or individuals, they play games in a competitive mode, a competing mode, and organized in the sort of leagues, tournaments, cups, this kind of competition arrangement. And then this kind of competition content distributed to platforms, to some fans, some audience. That's the essence of esports. And behind esports, there are game developers, game publishers. They are the core of this kind of games because they develop this kind of games and they distribute the games. They make use of this kind of gaming competitions to build a customer base, to build a loyalty of the customers. That's exactly what Jeffrey has shared with us. And for these sport competitions, we need a lot of sponsors. The sponsors mainly from brands and advertisers. And also, this kind of esports competitions, behind that, we need a lot of investors to invest in the esports teams, esports clubs, or the games companies. There's another angle, another perspective for you to look at the esports industry. We call it the industry value chain. There are four main core components to make esports really an esport. We're talking about hardware or peripherals. The software side is the game, and also the tournaments, the competitions, and the media to deliver this kind of content. So these four core components are necessary, essentials for esports. There are some kind of esport game genres. Actually, we can have a lot of categorization, but mainly we try to categorize the games into these 6 types of games. We have MOBA, some names, some game titles you may have heard about: League of Legends, 英雄传说, Arena of Valor, 传说对决, StarCraft, Age of Empires, for first-person shooter games, Rainbow Six, Call of Duty, and we also have trading card games, just like Hearthstone, Pokemon, and also fighting games, fight technology games. We have Street Fighters, Tikkun. For sports types games, we have FIFA, NBA 2K series, something like that. How big the esports market actually is? We always we always make use of the statistics, the reports from the famous consultancy firm, Newzoo. Newzoo gives us a very good perspective to look into the esports industry. On the revenue side, you can see that in 2022, the market has reached 1,380 million US dollar. How big is the audience size? We are talking about 530 million audience. They are actively engaged in esports. They watch a lot of esports content. You can try to compare this kind of figures. The World Cup 2022, FIFA towards that altogether, a month-long football match event, the audience base was 1.5 billion. But for one single game, League of Legends 2022, the final match, the World Championship final, we're just talking about 5.1 million audience watch online. There are a lot of brands, a lot of industry that have tried to sponsor esports events, esports tournaments. We have F&B industry, we have technologies, communications industry, we have automobile industry, media industry, and a lot more actually. I just try to give you a picture to figure out what industry actually have involved in the sponsorship. This slide gives you a lot more information. You see the rivals, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they sponsor in esports activities. The slide is talking about the news of 2023, quite recent, in July and June. And also the famous Korean automobile brand, Kia, they sponsor famous team, Vitality. And also Spotify, the music online streaming platform, they have a rich partnership with ESL, the largest esports companies in the world. And also for football, the Manchester City, the team, the famous English Premier League team, they have a partnership with the Korean top esports teams, Genji. Esports games are cash cow for company, and that's why Tencent Games has invested in a lot of famous games. Invest in Riot Games, Supercell, Epic Games, Activation Blizzard, Ubisoft. And on the right-hand side, you can see a diagram. The top grossing mobile games worldwide in 2000, the quarter one only. The Honor of Kings, this game, you can see that hit 741 US dollar a million, just one quarter. When you play games, sometimes maybe you like to purchase the items inside the games. We call it in-game purchase. I got this information from news media. The numbers actually were for April 2022. This kind of mobile games are very famous, are very popular. The Honor of Kings and PUBG Mobile, they were the first two in the first two places of in-game purchases. So you can see that we actually have been paying a lot of money to support this kind of games. And these two games are also esports tournaments games. For this part, I'm going to give you a very brief overview of Hong Kong esports. Many years ago, we have hosted some international esports competitions before COVID. And hopefully after, in the post-COVID era, we can host a lot more international esports competitions again in Hong Kong. And in Hong Kong, we organized the esports and music festival for consecutive 3 years in the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center, and also the Hong Kong Coliseum. Hong Kong also has supported some domestic esports competitions. I picked these two examples because you can see that these two organizers actually are some mainstream sport industry association. One of them is called the Hong Kong Football Association, and the other one is called the Hong Kong Automobile Association. These two associations, they organize esports competitions. Of course, for the Hong Kong FA, it organized football-related esports competitions. And for the Hong Kong AA, HKAA, they organize the car racing competitions. Both these competitions selected Hong Kong representatives to participate in some international level competitions. And we got quite good results from there. In Hong Kong, we have some esports venues and facilities. This few pictures shows you the venues, the facilities in Cyberport, my company. We provide this kind of dedicated venues to support some professional grade facilities and venues to support the industry. Later on, I will have another slide to cover more. You may not know that Hong Kong has some esports teams. They are at the professional level. We have Hong Kong Attitude, Talent Esports, and Frank Esports. They all are participating in some current top-tier esports tournaments. For the Frank Esports, this team actually is formed by all Hong Kong guys, Hong Kong young people, different from the other two esports teams. Esports Honors of Hong Kong. I think some of you may know that in the Hangzhou East Asian Games this year, we had esports game competitions for the first time. We made a history. Hong Kong got 53 medals from all competitions, and one of the medals is from esports games. We got a silver medal from one of the 7 games titles. And actually, before 2022, the Hangzhou Asian Games, in the Jakarta Asian Games in 2018, Hong Kong won a gold medal from the demonstration events of esports game competitions. I always promote esports crossover with STEM education. There's a new type of esports mode to make it more popular, more educational. You know, the educators may not like their students to play too much games, but if they can learn some STEM knowledge from playing games or in a more esport-like format, their students will be very interested to learn much more, much deeper, and more active in getting knowledge from this kind of arrangement. So robotics, maybe some car racing, esport formats, these are very popular to those schools, students. Esport actually can be a profession. Some professional players in the world, they actually are earning a lot of money from the prize. These are the top 3 players currently in the esport tournaments. You can see that they have earned around $6 to $7 million in total. And for the top 5 prize pool in the world, you can see that the number 1 tournament, the prize money is talking about $330 million. How to tell people that esport can be educational? We have to tell them that esport actually is a career. Esport has career pathways. You can play in different roles in esport, just like on the left, the roles on the left, like professional players, coach, shoutcaster, and analysis, something like that. But actually, the skills earned from this kind of esport gaming, you can transfer this kind of games to other job types, maybe cybersecurity, software development, cloud solutions, big data, and analytics. So in between, we have the sort of academic links. The educators, the educational organizations, they have to build this kind of academic links to help the esport players, the gamers, to transfer this kind of knowledge, skill sets to their careers. In Hong Kong, we have some professional esport qualifications launched by some tertiary institutions. Just like Hong Kong Youth Space, they have organized part-time and full-time diplomas for several years. For the Hong Kong Metropolitan University, they have launched the bachelor degree many years ago. And for the Hong Kong DSE level certificate, actually it was launched in 2021. So the secondary school student can take this kind of esport exams for further their study. Okay, I would like to talk a bit about the esport business opportunities. I'm so glad that Jeffrey has shared a lot about the marketing side of how to make use of esports tournaments to develop a lot of business opportunities. All in all, we are just talking about means and goals. The brands want to reach the audience. The audience likes to consume products and services from brands. Audience, we can talk about players, gamers. Audience can be viewers, can be diehard fans. We can talk about different ages and the genders. They can have the audience can have different level of educational background, different kind of occupations. The brands we always talk about endemic brands and non-endemic brands. For endemic brands, we are talking about the brands they are directly doing the sort of products and service in esports. For non-endemic brands, they are the brands, the products, services not related to esport, but they treasure the core values of esport. Maybe they see that the corporate image can be in alignment with esport as the spirit, and also the esport players or the esport products can bring some messages to convey some messages to their audience effectively. So the brands will make use of this kind of esport activities, esport engagement to reach their fans. The topics can be about where dining, living, mobility, can be around leisure and fun. So from this angles, a lot of business opportunities can be developed. I give you some examples. You can do elderly esport because you have some elderly products to sell. You can target a female segment. You can also get some IPs, famous IPs from the games to make apparels. Jeffrey has mentioned Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz, they have their own car racing teams for esports. That's why they do a lot of esport marketing. Public utilities had some experience in making use of esport to reach their customers. For example, electricity company, because when you play more esport, you will consume more electricity. That makes sense, right? And some FMCG products, snacks, drinks, caterers, they make use of, they try to associate their brands with some famous popular esports games, telecommunications, films and TVs. The recent films, GT, actually is a story borrows the story from the real gamers who turned into real racers because of playing games. And many shopping malls organize esport events because these events can help them to attract more clients to visit their shops. And hotel make a very esport environment to attract the people to stay in their room longer. All right, in my last part, I would like to briefly touch on how Cyberport comprehensively support the esport industry in the past and hopefully in the future. Our core strategy is that we try to support competitions, we try to promote technologies, we try to promote career development. On the competition side, we hope that we can increase the frequency and also make bigger impact. And at the end of the day, competitions could be, esport competitions could be a mainstream sport. On technology side, we are talking about adoption, application of innovations. Career development, we tell people that esport is a career. Esport can be an entrepreneur. Making use of esport, you can be an entrepreneur. I've mentioned Cyberport has a professional grade esport venues and also some facilities to support the industry. The industry organizations, they can come to use Cyberport venues at at the lowest cost, with the least time and manpower to do some professional grade events. So in the long run, if you would like to make use of our arena for your own events, please come to us. We also make use of the government funding to support the industry. So many years ago, we launched the Esports Industry Facilitation Scheme and also Esports Internship Scheme to support organization of competitions and events, talent cultivation and training programs, and support some overseas exchange. And the internship scheme support the industry companies to hire talent as interns to work for them to get some solid and practical work experience. We also have 2 programs to support entrepreneurship. People can come to us to get funding support and also other business support to be an entrepreneur. Last but not least, Cyberport annually organizes our flagship events. We make use of an event as a platform to gather the leaders, the thought leaders to Cyberport and promote industry networking. From this event, we can attract a lot of industry leaders, experts, professionals to get together and to develop long-term business relationship. All right, I think our time is up. I'm so glad to be here, and I would like to take some questions if you have. I can try my best to respond.